everybody. I hope I'm in the right place tonight. I'm so sorry, you guys. Anybody who was waiting for that live yesterday, I don't know what happened. I just had a moment where I forgot to switch from public to groups. I went in and out a couple times and I think I just got distracted. But anyways, I hope you were able to watch the replay yesterday on lattes and matcha. Today we're going to have a fun night and we're going to make some spritzers. Hey Trista, I'm in the right place, right? Spritzers and cocktails and sangrias. So it's so easy, so delicious, and I can't wait to show you how to do that. So if you're watching, throw me a hello, and I would love to shout out to you and say hi. And if you watching later, throw me a hashtag replay. And if you have any questions, definitely put them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Okay, and today earlier, I don't know if you noticed, but I did post a whole bunch of cocktail recipes and mocktail recipes. And so if you have time, just look through them. They're so easy to make. So I'm going to start off by making sangria. So this is our decanter. It has a nice infusing lid and a little pour spout. So you can make mocktails as well in here, spritzers or sangria, anything really. It's great for wine as a decanter too, for wine, just to pour wine. And okay, so what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna make the new watermelon berry sangria. It's a fruit tea, and let's see here. I'll show you what it looks like. It's delicious. I make this as a spritzer all of the time, since I've got this bag anyways, on a regular. I love it. I ordered a whole bunch of new bags. So, oh, it smells so good. It smells like berry and watermelon. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my decanter. Yeah, you can use anything. You can also use our perfect tea pitcher, which I'll show you in a minute, to make sangrias as well. Makes great sangrias, also because of the infusing lid, just kind of similar to this style of a lid, but larger. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour 2 potted teaspoons in here. If you don't like it quite as fruity, you could add 2 tablespoons instead. It does say 2 tablespoons, I believe, on the recipe. On a recipe that I've read anyways with Sipology. But I like to do 2 potted teaspoons. Okay, so then what I do is I'm gonna add, I have a bottle of rum and wine. So I'm gonna actually use, I've never tried this wine, so maybe I should get a little cup and let me and Justin try it. It was a gift from Christmas. Snoop Dogg wine, I think. 19 Crimes. Anyways, I would use probably a rosé in this. You can use any kind of wine though. Am I going to be able to open it is the question of the day. All right. I do kind of want to try it and see what kind of wine it is before I put it in my sangria. Hey Rhonda, I'll tell you how this is too. Hey Sherry. Okay. That's nice wine. That's a nice rosé. I like it. Okay. I think this will make a good sangria. All right, my favorite type of wine to make with my sangrias, my favorite type of wine of all time is from Naramata. Hopefully you didn't hear that, it's my husband who's eating. It's from Naramata and it's from Hillside Winery. Oh, everyone I bring there ends up with a, or not everyone, but most people end up with a wine subscription. I have one. I'm not a huge wine drinker, but I do like sangrias, and we do drink wine when we have company. So I put the whole bottle in. I also like a lot of Gewürztraminer wines in my sangria. And what's the other kind I like? Moscato. I like those too. So now I'm going to add some rum. I'm going to add 2 shots of rum. Now you can play around with your sangrias. You can make it however you want. You can add whatever alcohol you want, whatever fruit you want. With the juicy blackberry sangria, I did put a recipe, I posted a recipe earlier. It's an amazing sangria. Oh my gosh. I haven't had this watermelon as a sangria yet. I've just had it as Spritzers, but it's amazing. But the sangria mix as the blackberry sangria as a Spritzer or as a sangria is just phenomenal, honestly. Okay, so I added 2 shots of rum. So now I'm just gonna add some frozen fruit. You wanna make sure it's frozen, and if it's fresh, if you're using fresh fruit, you wanna make sure you muddle it. Just squish it a bit, just so that the juices are flowing. If you add frozen, you don't need to do that because it's already going to develop when it thaws juice, right? And you add as much fruit as you want. So I always, there goes a piece of watermelon. One of my dogs will get it, I'm sure. What I always do when I'm making my sangrias, a lot of times, sometimes depending on the flavor of the fruit and the wine, how sweet it is, sometimes I end up wishing, like it's too sweet maybe a little bit. So I always make sure I have on hand some soda water or some extra Sprite just to tone it down a bit. Just everybody has, like all your guests too are gonna have a different palate, right? And so some like it less sweet, some like it more sweet. So I always have those 2 things on hand. Now I'm just adding just a little tropical blend with some blueberries and strawberries as well. And it's gonna make it very pretty. Okay, so for me, I haven't played around yet with my sangrias, and I'm not gonna do it on this live. I'd rather do it on my own time with our new wet sugar syrup. So I'm gonna start trying to do that. But right now, my favorite is either you can add just regular Sprite. You don't have to, if you don't want it very sweet, you don't even have to add the syrup. But I use SodaStream Lemon Lime Diet, just so it's not such high sugar content, but I do like the flavor of it. And it doesn't upset my tummy, where a lot of sweeteners will upset my stomach if they're not completely natural. They do have some Splenda in it, but it's not a high percentage. So now I'm just topping it off with, you can top it off with, like I said, Sprite or the syrup and then soda water. And then all you do is you put the lid on and you let it steep for about 2 hours or overnight, and it makes an amazing, amazing sangria. Huge. I make it all the time in the summer and spring. But I'm gonna enjoy it with my dad. He's doing renos at my house right now, so my dad and my hubby and I will drink it. I'm on day shift starting tomorrow, so I'll be able to have some after work. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to make like a cocktail mixer, and I'm gonna show you this perfect tea pitcher. Now I love this tea pitcher. It has an infusing lid and it's glass. That one thing you have to watch, I have granite countertops, so you have to watch. I have cracked them before when I have guests that have heavy hands, and so you do have to just watch on the hard stone. Maybe just have it on your dining room table or something, so then you're not as at risk to have your guests hit and crack your pitcher. But I love this pitcher. I use it all the time. It is perfect for making spritzers or iced teas, because all you do is you put your tea leaves in, you put water or soda water on top, or Sprite, and that's all you do, and let it sit for 2 hours or overnight. And so I'm gonna make peach schnapps, and that makes a really yummy cocktail mix, of course. You just add whatever alcohol to your choice. So I'm just gonna do the same. I'm gonna add 2 pot of teaspoons, or it's 6. This is, each one of these is 3 teaspoons, so 6 teaspoons if you don't have one. If you want it less fruity, you can just add soda water. Okay, so now if you want to make this like a strong fruit tasting bubbly or pop but less sweet, I would just add just soda water to this. Now I'm adding that diet lemon lime myself, just to add a little bit of sweetness. You could also add sugar. It's whatever you like to sweeten to taste. And then I just top that off with soda water. And then you let that, like I said, steep for 2 hours or overnight. I'm gonna need to add some more, but that's okay. You get the picture. I'm just gonna top it off after because I'm out of soda water. So that's all you do there to do that. Okay, so now another trick I'm gonna teach you is So if you want to make Radlers, or if you want to just have like a strong concentrate on hand, so that if you have, say, Sprite on hand, or soda water, if you have a soda stream, anything like that. Sometimes, and this is a space-saving tip. So if you have little jars like this, you can make concentrates. And so what I do is I'm going to make a concentrate of our Pink Dragon, which is an amazing tea. Oh my gosh. This is one of our favorites. All the sangrias, I think all the fruit teas I love. Like, look at this. That's crazy. Oh, and it's so good. You can make like I had posted earlier a recipe for a copycat pink drink from Starbucks. A copycat recipe, and it's so good. I add, so you can do the recipe, and then I personally add ice. I blend it in the blender, and it's a little bit more yummy in my opinion. Okay, so I'm adding 6 teaspoons of tea in here of any kind, and then I just top it up with water. I put it in the fridge, and then what I do is, it's a concentrate, so you could just add it to soda water. You can add it to any kind of drink. You could flavor it, flavor your beers. So the orange, Italian orange, the lemon ginger, you can make lemon ginger beer with the lemon ginger tea that we have. Yeah, any flavor you want, strawberry beer, whatever, lime beer. You get the health benefits of the tea. It tastes so much better, and then you just add it to beer and make a Radler. Or you can just add it to any kind of cocktail that you're making. You can mix and match them. So if you have guests over, what I like to do is make a bunch of different concentrates, and that way you can make a variety of different drinks, right? And you're definitely making it, it's going to be really strong, right? Because you're putting 6 teaspoons of tea in here. And so you're just going to put a little bit in each glass, and so that saves a lot of space in the fridge. Now you just want to make sure you use an infuser when you do this, when you're pouring it into your drink, because otherwise you're going to get fruit. But it's just fruit pieces, so it's fine if you eat it. It's not going to taste gross or anything, but it'll be floating fruit pieces if you're not careful. So I would just pour it over an infuser, and then you won't get that. But that's all I really have to say. Another alcohol you can add, which is kind of nice, is vanilla liqueur to sweeten as well, if you want to make some cocktails that way with your tea and just sweeten it with the vanilla. But yeah, there's so many amazing things you can do with tea. Do you guys have any questions? Oh right, I was going to tell you. Another thing that I do, which makes, like, if you want strawberry daiquiris, things like that, so what you would do is you would steep some tea, and then you would pour it, after you steep it strong, so I would do double strength, you pour it into your ice trays, and then you freeze them, and then you blend them in the blender, and add your alcohol or whatever you want, and a little bit of Sprite or soda water, and you have a frozen daiquiri. Super yummy, super easy, and super healthy. So play around with your teas, mix and match, have some fun. And teas, there's so many uses for tea. I hope you guys enjoyed that demo, and I know that Teresa's gonna have fun creating lots of different drinks for you to see in her VIP group once the party's over. I can't wait to check out what she creates. She's already taught me a few things, so I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, everybody, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.